welcome back to the DL show, coming to straight from Baraton TV, here and hereafter. I am your host, Deborah Lillian, and today we have some awesome guests in our show. Guess who? Musicians. Today we are singing. Get ready. So, guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe you introduce yourselves to us and tell us more, a little bit about yourself. Okay.
And I come from the coast.
Oh.
Yes.
Watoka pwani.
Kabisa.
Alright.
Diani. Yeah.
That's nice.
And I'm a music major in the university.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. My brother.
Yes, my name is Panu Gideon.
Okay.
Come from West Africa, Nigeria precisely.
Abi, you go, they come from all there. Wow.
I take music as a minor in the university.
Okay, you take music as a minor.
Still deciding if it will change to a major.
Okay.
Yeah. For now, it's a minor. Yeah.
That's nice. So, okay, Richmond. Yeah. What made you want to be a musician?
Well, growing up, my mom loves singing. She would always speak about singing with her sisters, and the movies I watched as a kid, the cartoons, were always musical.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So growing up around me, I never actually knew I could sing till somebody told me when I was like in high school.
Okay.
Then I started thinking about it. I started learning things, and that's how I got to know.
Boom, you are a musician.
Yeah.
Okay, how about you, Panu?
I grew up in a music family.
Okay.
My dad loves music, like listening to music. You know, you can wake up even at 2 a.m. and find him playing music, very loud music in the house. And no one can complain, because if you complain, he'll tell it's his house. He built the house.
Of course,
it's
his
he
house.
bought the speakers, so yeah.
So what do you want?
Yeah. So for me, growing up like that, and then my mom was in the choir, my elder sisters, the whole family were all in the choir, and like that, it motivated me more to want to know what's there about music. Why is it that when you hear it, sometimes it makes you happy? When you listen to it, sometimes you're sad. Yeah.
It makes you happy.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So and maybe I'm sure you people have maybe those kind of musicians who inspired you somehow, or who played a role somewhere to make you to want to be, a musician. So do you have one, Richmond?
Yes, growing up, I remember listening a lot to my parents. Played it, as Pano said, it's their house. There's nothing much you can do about it. So growing up, I remember listening to a lot of Gaither music. So I loved David Phelps, and he was the one who was like, I'd like to be like that guy.
I thought you'd say Guy Penrod.
No, okay, Guy Penrod was also in the picture, but for some reason,
so much.
Exactly, like my mom did. So I was like, no, I want to do the same choice as my mom. I'd rather do David Phelps. And I was like, yeah, he's my guy.
Yeah.
That's
amazing. Panu, who?
Fela Kuti, the multi instrumentalist in Nigeria.
Wow.
Growing up, this guy, like his music, you can find him singing, he's dancing somewhere, he's playing the saxophone, he's doing something just on the same stage. And when he sings, me growing up, his music were all about Nigerian politics.
Oh.
And if you know the politics that happens in Nigeria, sometimes it's a lot and it's disturbing. So I used to look up to him.
Yeah.
Because his music, they speak directly, like, it's like something you want to hear at that particular time. And listen to someone who is a multi-instrumentalist, a band leader, a composer, a political activist.
Yeah.
Makes it interesting. Because this is someone who is a musician, but when you see him, you feel like you have a connection somehow.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Talking of instruments, do you play any instruments?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I play the trombone. Yes. All the other instruments, I think I'm still thinking of how to learn them.
But you are perfect in trombone?
Yeah, somehow, yeah.
How about Richmond? Do you play any instruments?
Well, I'm still learning them, because I'm sort of, I think, a perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still learning the guitar and working on the piano at the
Okay.
same time. But since we were told in our classes that the voice is an instrument, well, that's my
Oh.
main
Wow.
forte.
And talking about voices, which voice do you sing now as a musician? I understand there are a lot of voices: soprano, tenor, bass. You know.
Well, my range. So you get to know it with your vocal range,
Okay.
like how far you can go up the piano or below the piano, or where is it. So mine, I'm a tenor.
You're a tenor.
Yeah, I'm a tenor.
Amazing.
Yes, yeah.
I've ever heard some people say that an SDA lady could leave an engineer for a tenor guy who sings in a choir. So you guys are the hot cakes.
This one's.
Hey, are you sure? Because what's on the ground is different, you know.
Actually, I've seen that.
No,
I
things
think
are
I've
different.
witnessed.
No, things are quite different. People actually prefer the guys with, you know.
Guys, that means funny you sing.
The guys with
Gravity, you know.
with gravity.
Yeah, in their voices.
Me, if you ask me, I think I sing all voices according to my brain. It's just that, you know, when you think you can sing the soprano and you sing it, it doesn't come out like a soprano.
Okay.
Yeah. So I end up singing the bass instead of soprano. But as musicians, you know, when you let's say something that involves teaching,
Okay.
you have to teach, like, let's say ladies, some soprano ladies, you have to teach them their line. At that point, you try to sing it, though it's not perfect. So I can say I sing all voices, but mostly the God-given voice, the bass, is the one I focus more on. Yeah.
That's awesome. So, have you guys ever performed somewhere or performed in a show, or maybe played your favorite instrument somewhere?
I think Baraton University is doing a good work because, even back at home, I used to sing with the quartets because I'm still developing an art of singing alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when it comes to singing with groups, and yeah, I've sung in a lot of places.
Okay. Same to you.
Played in church, you know, outdoors like Nairobi.
Oh.
Concerts, we get to sing with the choirs.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Play with the band in places that you just go to on Sabbaths. Yeah, that one, I think it's experience enough for me.
So, same to you, Richmond. You've performed before.
Yes. First time. It was definitely in the University of Mombasa. TUM. Yes, that was the first time in front of the university students. I was like, what, 13? Yeah.
Wow.
That's the first time with the quartet. So yeah, that was my first time. I was shy, but then over the years,
You started to be courageous enough to
yeah,
stand
seriously
before-
courageous.
Oh. So, for you, you can perform like just alone.
Yeah, me, I have no problem.
Okay.
Like, I just make sure I actually my fear disappears when I actually look at people.
Oh.
But then I focus on individual people. So I look at someone who doesn't want to look at me when I'm
Or you
singing,
look at them at
and
their
I look at
foreheads.
them. No, I just look at them straight in the eyes
Okay.
and keep shifting.
Ah,
Yeah, that's how I do
nice.
it.
So, if today you were to choose a musician who you have to collaborate with, who would you choose?
That's a hard question. There are many who impress me, but
You can say just one or two.
I'd like to do a song with David Phelps, definitely.
Okay, of course.
I'd like to do a song with him, and I'd also like to sing with if he was alive, I would definitely like to sing with Michael Jackson. I don't know, but
Oh.
I don't know. No, I know that's so far, but I would definitely have liked.
Okay, that's nice.
Very
Very
nice.
Who would you choose?
Me, I have 3 people in mind.
Okay.
One will be J.D. Sumner, the late J.D. Sumner. Why I always look up to him, because I'm obsessed with anything that has, you know, the bass sound.
Oh, yes.
Even instruments. If that instrument is bass, I like it. But J.D. Sumner is someone who sings, like, for me, maybe there are more people or great people who have sung low basses than him.
Okay.
But for me, he's the best. So if he was alive today, with this my shallow voice, I'll just want to even, if I get an opportunity to sit, because when you talk to him, his normal voice for the speech is heavy, very heavy. So it's something I wouldn't mind, even if we don't have to sing. I just sit close to him. Let's just talk. I'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the other two people will be Bob Marley and Lucky Dube. Yeah. My dad always loved reggae, and me growing up, I hated it. But getting to start like paying attention to the words and everything. One love, one heart.
Yeah, sure.
Let's get together. Those are people I wouldn't mind. Let me just sing with them, even if only playing an important role in the music.
Okay.
But you see, like if you sing with Lucky Dube, you get to play maybe the trombone for him, because there's definitely a jazz session in their type of music, and mostly just singing with them because the words for me. You can find me listening to hip hop.
Okay.
I only concentrate mostly on the words in music. Okay. If I'm able to hear the words, then it makes the other things.
Yeah, sure.
Like it makes them important in the music.
That's for
because
sure.
now, if I'm hearing the music, they say let's go and kill somebody, I won't listen to it. Yeah, things like that. Those are for me. Those would be the people that, if given an opportunity,
I'll collaborate with.
Yeah, definitely.
That's amazing. Okay, do you ever write your own songs, like compose?
Yes.
You do?
I've tried. You see, we in the music department now.
Okay.
When it comes to classes, when you start learning about what do you call it? When you're in this class for sight singing, there are points where they give you. You have to be able to compose something short, small. Now, before then, when I didn't know what music was, I just tried to bring words and put them together, mostly a cappellas. I've always loved hip hop, but I just knew I can't, because I've noticed that my tongue cannot handle these rap things,
Yeah. You can't rush.
Yeah. So I've composed some a cappella songs, and I've tried singing with some groups, even in church.
Okay.
And they come out nicely. But it's just that I haven't gone to the professional level of writing music. But I compose my own things.
Okay.
Since they are for me. So when I hear them, even if they are funny, at least they are for me, they're not for
At least you need put some effort in it.
Yeah, it's not for outdoor consumption.
It's for indoor. Wow, okay. Richmond, do you ever compose your own songs?
Yeah, I started. I came to learn that it's an essential part of being a musician.
Yeah, sure.
So what I'd do, I'd sit down. Before I got an idea, so I go into these documentaries, seminars online about songwriting and musicians. Then I learned that most of them would get an idea, some would get on an instrument, especially if they're really, really good on an instrument. So ideas will just fall on their fingers and then they look for words. But then others will be just walking in the street and there's this mood they're in, and they start singing, and they take out their phone or personal recorders and record that little melody. And then they go back home and now concentrate on what they want to do with that song. So I decided, still I'm not yet that deep into an instrument, and my voice is there. So I would walk, and then I'd feel like, then I'd record, and then I'd go back to my room and start writing down. So yes, I started, but it was during the pandemic when there's nothing much to do.
Nothing else to do.
and I had to do something.
Yeah, sure. I remember that time actually a lot of people did some great things. So you also did something great during that time. Do you have maybe, I'm sure we all have talents, but there are those talents you feel like, this one is a very useless talent. It can't help you anywhere.
Useless talent?
Yes.
Let Pano say something about it. I've not yet thought about it. I know I have things that I do that won't help me, but I keep doing them constantly. I'm still thinking about it.
But tell us.
Useless talent, as he's thinking, I think I'm also thinking. But I think one of my useless talents would be the ability to create joke or make fun from anything.
Okay.
I feel like it's useless.
Why?
Because, if I'm able to do that, I should now interact with people so I get to make them laugh every day.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But But now you don't, it's only few people who get to enjoy even that part of me. And I see them, this one, So it's useless if...
Because you can't get to entertain all the people.
Yeah. And if you tell me to go on stage to go and entertain people, that's where the mistake will come in from. That's where you know it's really useless, because when I stand there, I don't know what to tell them. So it becomes useless. Yeah, but yeah, I don't think they're really useless talents unless if you don't use them.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So it's hard to say you just have a useless talent, because you notice that maybe if today the part of me now who is a joker, who feels like you can make people laugh, at the end of the day, if you have nothing to do, one day you might find yourself doing that same thing, and that is what is paying you, so it becomes not useless. So it's maybe useless at the point where you're not using it.
Yeah.
But me, I hardly think I have a useless talent, because I try all the things. As long as the idea is there,
Yeah, sure.
we try it out.
So Richmond, have you thought, or do you just feel like
Yes.
you don't have?
I think I have one, if it counts. Have you been in a room alone and then you like have a dustbin at a distance? And you're obsessed with putting whatever you have, even if it's in your mouth,
Yeah.
just putting it all the way to that place.
That's a talent.
No, I'm getting to the point. The point is, I actually
okay.
put those things in
All right.
every single time. Like, I just sit here, I just take a paper, and then sometimes I just do crazy. I just take it from this side of my hand and throw it to the other side. It goes in. I'm like, And I say, okay, no, that's not enough. I put something in my mouth, and it goes in, and then,
Then you should be
gives
playing
this-
some instrument like trumpet,
I
trombone,
think
saxophone.
that's a nice idea. Useless.
That's really useless.
The idea.
Wow. Okay. That's fun. So anyway, guys, Richmond, do you have maybe that favorite song that most of the time you keep on performing?
There's this song I actually like. I've not yet performed it or sang it, but I like it when a certain choir, the Aeolians from Oko, do it. Like, it's called Precious Lord. I like the harmony. I don't know why, and the lyrics for me are wholesome. They show me what I actually want in life. At the end of the day, if I lose everything, at least I'm able to hold my spirituality as precious.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Pano, which is that favorite song of yours?
For me, it will be Bob Marley, Buffalo Soldier.
Buffalo Soldier.
Dreadlock Rasta. There was a Buffalo Soldier in the heart of America, but he was stolen from Africa. That song, it speaks a lot. I can just sit and listen to that song over and over again.
And I
just feel nice. If I want to be sad at that point, the song will make me sad. If I want to be happy, the song will make me happy. As it's the same song.
It makes you feel everything.
Yeah. It just depends on what I'm thinking of
About
when at that moment I'm listening to the song. Yeah, so I think that song it's I'll wish even to have a choir that I can sing that song with, if it's possible.
Maybe you can just pick the two of us here and recharge the song and we can sing.
that would be a good idea,
I think at the end of the show you have to sing that song for us.
I think that's where the problem will be now.
Oh, okay. So I'm sure you guys have goals. Yes, maybe. Richmond, where do you see yourself, or do you have any accomplishments in the next 5 years or 10 in your music career?
Accomplishment.
Yes.
10, 5, or?
Yeah.
Well, in the next 5 years, not hopefully, but it will happen, because I'm on it, and I just hope that I'll be mature and rounded in my own sense, musically rounded. Yeah, enough to be able to, write music successfully and put it out there that will not only speak to Africa, but to the whole world, something that is universal. In 10 years, hopefully now I'll get to do tours and sing all over the world.
Go for shows.
Yeah, go for shows, sing, express about where I've come from, because people don't believe that an Adventist could actually do these things and still maintain being. But I believe if Daniel could be like in that surrounding he was in, then any of us can.
Yeah, that's for sure. But do you have any plans in music in the next 10 or 5 years or 15?
Yeah, I do. Music is a minor which I'm still thinking of how to make it a major if I can.
Okay.
And my major is electronics. Now all the instruments that we use to record music, to do something music, they also deal with electricity. It's the electronic part of whatever thing I'm doing. And since I'm doing electronics, you get to see some of these things. In fact, you get to touch them without knowing that this thing is involved. The music and the electronic, they are involved somehow. So I'll want to, in the next 10 years maybe, I'll want to be able to bring musical instruments that use electricity. Let's say that depends on battery. So let's say if you're having a show, let's say in church, you can have an instrument that you don't need to amplify. Things like that. Those are my own ideas when it comes to music. Writing music, it's just my ideas on it's just a few. I'll just want to be teaching some choirs, once in a while. Teach them something about the music, about instruments. But mostly, for me, it will be more of bringing the music and electronics together. Doing what maybe people have not done, or making better what someone has done.
Yeah. That's a good idea, by the way.
Yeah.
So one last question for you guys. People say that you can't date musicians. Reason why is because they seem to be so in love maybe with their instruments or their music, and in between this they tend to forget about you and focus too much on their music or their instruments. Is that true, Richmond? Please tell us.
Okay. The question was going in a way I was like about to. I was like, okay, this is. Then I was like, okay. So this is going to be easy to answer. Well, the truth is, when you're into music, even Pat will say it. Like me personally, like when I'm given, maybe if I'm in a group and you give me a certain role, it will even stress me out when I don't get it right, or before performance and I'm going to sing and I know personally I've not gotten it right, it will stress me out. So usually, like, I have blunders obviously, but they're few, but then they haunt me to the level that every single time I know I'm going to have another performance, I would always want to better it. Even if it was 100, I want to put 110, 120. So you'll find, like, if you're in a relationship, if the person knows how much the music is for you and how it completes you as a person they actually love or like, they will understand that that's not an issue actually. That's a plus, because definitely you don't forget about the person as soon as you're done, because at the end of the day you'll be done with the instrument you're writing or you're performing, and then you'll have to meet the person. So at the end of the day, I don't think it's a problem. It depends how people see it. These days people are just so selfish. Yeah, people always, what about me? And I'm like, and me? And okay, yes, there's you. I'm not denying that. And what about me? This is also me. So, anyways, it's only for people to understand each other and stop being selfish.
But what's your opinion?
My opinion? Me, I don't know if this is a little addition or it's too much addition to what he said.
No problem.
But I would like to add to what he said in a sense where you can date musicians. We have a lot of musicians in the world that have, they were married. Even Fela Kuti, Bob Marley, all these people, me, I like, they are married, they have kids, and some of their kids even, they do what their parents did. Like, they go in the same hand. You find some of them are musicians, and it's life. It's just that people say it like that because you don't want to understand them. Yeah. The fact that I love you doesn't mean Like I should just be with you every time. I don't have time for other things.
Yeah.
I should even lose myself. It shouldn't be that way. Yeah. Okay. At first, when I came to Baraton, when I joined the music department
Yeah.
newly, it was difficult to have a relationship because I was always going for choral practice.
Oh.
If you find me anywhere, it's in church trying to do something just in connection with music. And then so the person who I liked didn't like me because now to them I wasn't giving them time.
Yeah, you don't give
And
them
for me,
any attention.
I rather give that time to music because I'm serving God. That's just the way I see it. I'm serving God.
And it won't run.
Yeah, I'm serving God. And if I decide to put in relationship before God, God can take away everything. So anybody who is not ready to, take
To
me as,
persevere.
yeah,
No, it's
just
not perseverance.
yeah.
If they just understand.
You just need understanding. So sometimes you find musicians dating fellow musicians because it's easier.
They understand each other.
Yeah,
They
you
know
can
what
just
they're
go for
doing.
practice and from there you talk and you disappear, things like that. But
Yeah.
it shouldn't be hard like that. Like whoever the person is, whether a musician or not, they should try to just know that there's always time for everything. Yeah, you can't do one thing for a whole of one day. And if you manage doing it for one day, you can't do it for 1 month.
Yeah, sure.
Manage doing it for a month, you can't do it for 1 year. So definitely there should be some break and some other things. So if it's for the people who feel like they can't date musicians, I think they need to rethink, or we can help them with some books to read,
To
for
read.
proper understanding.
So that they can understand.
Yeah. Because it's as easy as doing anything.
Yeah.
It's if you say a musician doesn't have time, you can date a banker and he's always every day in work. Will you go and tell him to
Yeah.
stop working?
9 to 5.
Of course you want.
Yeah. So it's just understanding.
That's nice. So okay, as we come to the end of the show, do you people have maybe something to tell some other musicians out there, some upcoming musicians, some people want to chase their dreams in music? Do you have something to tell them? And if you do, just say something.
I'll want to tell people to really, if you feel like you like music,
Okay.
go into it, study it, do something about it that will really question you. Are you really sure you like music? I'll always thank Mr. Jesse Wanderi
Okay.
because when I came, you always find me with earphones, headphones. I'm just listening to music. But the idea of singing or even studying music, it never came to my head. I think I joined the choral first, and then they used to tell me, you're good, because I'll teach people the songs and I don't know how to sight read. So I just listen to someone singing it, I get it like that, and it sticks. But with time, Mr. Wanderi started advising me, you can actually take this course, you can do this. You don't have to make it a minor. Just few courses, just so you understand.
Yeah.
And trust me, from one course, because I wanted to know how to sight read, so I can, when I'm teaching the music, I'm not hearing it. I'm actually teaching something that when I look at it, I understand.
Yes.
Piano one, sight singing one, like a joke. Before I just found myself in the department like that. Every semester, I want to pick the courses also from music because now it was becoming interesting. The things which I really didn't care about in the music, it started making more sense.
Yeah.
I can just sit and criticize the music, not because for the fun of it, but because I have learned something about it.
Yes.
And I've seen that, if maybe this person decides to do it this other way, he'll still make a very good music. So things like that, it's a motivation that I'll tell people to really, if you love music, don't just sit and say I love music.
Go for it.
Every day on earphones, headphones, or you're just there trying to sing what other people sing. No. Study it. Try to be your own person. Be creative. Go into it.
Yeah.
That's when you will know if you really love it or not. And if you do love it, study it. There's joy in music.
For sure.
I don't think there's anything in this life that doesn't go with music.
That's
You go to the hospital, you find music. To the kitchen,
music.
Dining, music.
Music.
And church, music. So even the Bible, music. But music is everything.
Yeah.
So if you really have a passion for music, I really advise you to. If you have a passion for singing, sing. Even if they don't like your music, sing.
Just sing.
There are people who appreciate,
Yeah.
and it will take you to places without you knowing.
That's for sure.
If you have a passion for any musical instrument, voice, anything, why not go ahead and do it?
For
It's a talent. It's a God-given
talent.
gift.
Yeah.
Me, I call it a gift because for me, my voice is a gift.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
speak, people are like, oh wow. You find yourself singing now. The moment you pick a mic, oh yeah, everybody's, like that. So if you have the voice, use it.
Yeah.
To you, it might be something. It might not be that serious, but to someone who is listening to you,
It will be something good.
yeah. So I think that's the only thing I'll have to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Richmond, what do you have to tell those people out there?
I'll tell them, like, if you've already started your journey, it's best you continue and never give up. You know, just find something unique that you find missing. There's always something missing or something forgotten. Find that thing, return it for people to listen. There are always people who are willing to listen,
Yeah, sure.
no matter how small the crowd. And as long as you have those faithful listeners, you'll always feel that your work as a musician is done. And for those ones who are still judging whether it's the good thing, yeah, you keep judging and finding if it's truly yours, and look for opinions from various people, the harsh ones, the softer ones, all of them. Listen to them, and as a musician, never be afraid of the comments. Just take it all in. Like, that person means good. There's never any. I don't believe in anything like haters. Even when somebody who I know clearly doesn't like me gives me a comment, I'll take it more seriously than the comment my friend gave me.
Yeah.
Because my friend might be doing it because he's my friend.
So
But a person who doesn't like you will, the person who doesn't like you will give you a genuine, and it will come with emotions. So I feel like those who are out there, just make sure everything goes positive with you, and when you're knocked down, you fall, but then make sure to rise. Don't forget to and pray.
Amazing. That's nice. So guys, thank you for coming to our show, and
Thank you.
to our viewers, thank you very much for viewing, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're motivated. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more shows.